First time chatter, but would be appreciated if you could give advice on how to grow as a streamer.
Chat.
Listen, man, I'll say this, bro. And I'm not trying to scare you by any means, but trying to make it as a streamer is it's certainly like I think it's like 70% skill, talent, and ability to entertain, and like 30% luck. Right place, right time. To be honest with you, bro, I attribute a lot of my success to being in the right place and right time just because I was so early. Just happened to be so early to all this shit just by sheer luck. Okay? There's so many people like trying to make it as a content creator in some capacity or another. Some have a focus on gaming streaming, some have a focus on IRL shit. Anybody that has an interest about anything at all could really go make content.
The bridge is one shot.
So my biggest advice would be, if you're lucky, you'll have a hobby and a passion that you really love that is very unique to a group of people that don't necessarily have a ton of resources of content to go and watch. Obviously, if gaming is like your main focus, there's a trillion different games out there. There's a trillion different sub-communities, and part of those games, it really goes on. It's endless.
And then what?
And so,
over there,
if you wanted to make it as a gaming creator, it's an uphill battle, bro. There's no other way around it. And what's tougher, too, for those folks that are a little older, you know, like in their mid to late 20s, early 30s, which is insane to call that older. But at that time in your life, you have a lot of responsibility. You have a lot of fucking things that you have to do to take care of your life and your future. So you're kind of like fighting time in a lot of ways and the circumstances of that time. So look, man, the best thing that I would say is you either got to be really good at a game that hopefully you're there at the beginning playing and it gets super, super popular, or you're already really, really fucking good at a game that a lot of people watch. Or if you're not one of those two things, you have to be very popular, or you're already really, really fucking good at a game that a lot of people watch. Or if you're not one of those two things, you have to be very creative, like with what you do on stream. You know, unique.
You hear me?
Levels of production, unique personality, whether it's a character that isn't real, like sketch or something like that. It's really, really hard to stand out when everybody is trying to do the same thing. So, look, man, I'm not trying to make it sound doom and gloom, because there is a lot of luck element in play. I'm not saying it's impossible. But if you're trying to do gaming, bro, you either got to be the best at what you do from a performance perspective, or you got to be the best at what you do from an entertainment perspective. And what those things are, I can't help you figure it out. If I were fucking trying to do this again from scratch, bro, I'm just being honest with you, man. There is no fucking way. There's no way that I would reach the level that I'm at now, if anything even remotely close to it. I think you've seen a lot of streamers, the ones that I have seen blown up in the last couple years, really kind of spawn in off of viral videos on TikTok. Like, I don't think you're gonna get like 1 or 2 TikToks that so happen to go viral and then all of a sudden have 5,000-10,000 viewers in your stream, but
that breach flash is not turnable.
I think TikTok and like Instagram Reels are the best way to,
I think we just work mid, no?
like, try to cast a wide net and try to pull people into your like owned and operated channels on Twitch and YouTube and all that. So
go late A. We should work mid and then
it's you gotta just try to come up with something that's just different, man. Like, for instance, man, I don't actually think that my channel on Twitch has grown all that much, and I've had a lot of viral TikToks in the last couple months. You know, viral with quotes and asterisks, and that's so. There's a lot of different levels of viral, but a couple 100,000 views, a couple ones that have a couple million, and I still don't actually think it's made an impact on my stream. But again, I'm lucky because I've been here since the start, so. That's the best advice I could give you, man. It's not the easiest thing to get very granular about and like dig into the nitty gritty, but that's the best shit that I could come off with off the top of my head. Viral Twitch and TikTok is scripted. Don't forget it. I mean, none of the shit that I've done is actually scripted, so I would kind of press you on that. I'm not even trying to sound like I'm like better at something. You can tell when
Yeah,
something is
happened,
scripted, in
man?
my opinion.
Fuck.
I think there's a lot of people in these TikTok comments.
No one's
And
holding
maybe they
spawn.
just don't
It's
frankly
on
care. Where you can tell this
Yeah.
thing is fucking fake. But I think a lot
I
of
had it until we
organic gaming
resold it.
clips are pretty easy to spot when you see them.
When we go out.
Like we didn't really.
Sometimes,
we didn't really
man,
walk in until...
I'm just gonna warn you, and I know it's fucking rich coming from me.
Breaches on site, no neon sun.
Sometimes when you have like
Breaches
money
running away
and
already. We
a
can walk-
livelihood
yeah, walk
attached, and you're trying to make it through something, doing something you love,
Walk swings.
sometimes it can make you hate that fucking thing a lot.
They restart
No
Breach
bullshit.
should be red side.
Breaches here, no, breaches here, breaches. Breaches neon.
I can't smoke anything for you guys. You guys would be sad.
As fate as that sounds, man,
Spike down mid.
something to think about.
Stopping fire.
The world needs more tradesmen. Yo,
Close
that
him in.
first of all, that's actually like a big problem. Which, trust me, I'm not here to solve it. It's again, I can't really talk about this shit without some people probably getting mad at me. But the only reason why I picked
Look
that
at
comment
that, look at
out
that.
is because it kind of reminds me of Interstellar. The world doesn't need engineers. The world needs farmers.
Spike
Fuck.
down A.
Fuck. I
Or
didn't
something like
expect
that.
me that quick, but it made sense for him to expect.
Yo,
me.
Nate, any military law enforcement discount on 102 website? We don't have one currently.
Market one.
My brother's a police officer, so we probably should, but that's a great
30 seconds.
That's a great fucking question. I should bring that up with the team, bro. No bullshit.
Man, he's looking at you. He knows you're there. He's looking at spawn. He's looking at spawn. Yeah, go this 20 seconds.
You don't think people need to do like 60 plus hours a week either, right? I mean, it really depends on what your goal is.
Does it quick?
The tough part about gaming Twitch,
15.
I think people like Kai are actually proving that if you spend more time planning
10 seconds
something really cool, really big, than streaming, a lot of times that could do very, very well for you. If you catch the right momentum at the right time.
Nice. Good up.
Yo, Rambo, brother. You might need to go to bed, dude. You might. This guy Rambo just got us to a 4K sub train, bro. That was his parting gift. I mean, I hope you don't leave, bro, but...
That walk 9,000, bro. God damn.
Dude, Rambo Jambo, you're a fucking tank. I mean, it's just...
Cool.
I do need to go to sleep, LMAO, to be honest, brother. Get some rest. And... Once again, man, you know how much I got fucking... How much love I got for you, bro. You're the absolute
Hold
GOAT.
the gun down for you.
Go. Gentlemen, a 4,000 sub train! Can we send this man, Rambo Jambo, to bed with like a
One time,
good
keep
night
me down mid, watch out, keep me-
That's gonna get real old. Maybe just a good night gordita suck crunch. Gordita crunch suck? That one's kind of a throwback for anybody that used to watch my stream. Rambo, you're an absolute legend, bro, and I hope you get the
And you
best
guys keep
sleep
making noise
imaginable.
They can push B.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Good love.
Keep it on line.
Make some more noise in market.
And our appreciation for you knows no bounds.
Am I right? I'm gonna clear it.
Yeah.
Two in market. They're fighting us. I'm cooked up. I'm actually cooked up.
Shut
I'm
up.
tweaking.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
vulnerable
teaching
then.
Scump Golf is prime content? I can't wait to do it.
No one cross.
Why are you moving from Texas to LA? From LA? Family, save money, save for neighborhood. A lot of different things, man. It's kind of tough, bro. I know this is gonna sound like a cop out, but I've kind of told and said the story so many times on stream now. It kind of gets a little. I get a little fatigued explaining the whole thing over and over again. But those are basically the bullet points that I would say are the motivation to move.
Last player
No need to apologize, brother. I'm kind of just talking out loud.
It's just hard, I guess.
West LA not safe enough. Man, there's just some shit that have happened while I've been living at this house that I just don't feel comfortable with now that I have a daughter. I know crime can happen everywhere. I don't want to have that conversation again either.
sides.
But
Honestly, next round, what we should
look,
do
man,
is
my
just
wife is not
literally
from
smoke top mid.
California. She's from Texas. I'm not from California. I'm from Chicago.
Cams there. I don't know.
I never really planned
They're starting 3, yeah.
on living my whole life in LA as it is.
They did.
And I just want to kind of have that settled down moment in my life, man.
You guys won this round.
I'm gonna give you guys a trip A.
We're closer to family. I got
Are we
all
fighting
the
yet?
boys in Optic
Guys
in
can,
Frisco,
just
so
run my
like
trip
if I were gonna move to a city, that's not only
It might
good
go
for
fast speeds,
you
we'll
know,
fight every
friendship
round.
and pleasure, but it'll be great to be
Fine,
like
fine.
filming content with those boys again in some capacity or another.
Throw my
So
flash.
it kind of
They
just makes
don't want
sense, man.
They have one breach flash.
Show me a target.
I'll play here.
How will it work with 100T? I'm gonna be going back and forth between LA and Texas, man, when they need me
Curtain about
I'm gonna
dot.
smoke
for
back corner,
content and shit, big meetings,
No, I
stuff
just
like that.
smoked. I mean, one more thing.
man.
Stopping fire.
Oh, but main! Back call.
My wingman.
One more back call. Wait, how did I die like that?
Yeah, my stream setup's in the house,
Already
bro.
out?
We've had 3 different HVAC companies come out
Spike
to
planted.
the house. Nobody can
Where's the
give us a
round?
straight answer, bro. They all just want us to replace the whole system, even though the people that owned the house before just put it in, and the company that put it in isn't in business
That's
anymore.
not
So
Yeah,
go
no.
fuck yourself. They basically said.
Oh, he's up. He's up.
Hey, what's a
by this
crazy
guy.
story from McDonald's
Good luck,
when
man.
you worked there?
Two more.
This guy holding for me too.
Yeah,
Bro, I
I'm
actually
walked
used to
up
do a
the
YouTube
MPH.
series on my fucking channel called The McCrack Addict, but that was a long time ago. There was one morning where I started work. I would open the store. I'd have to be there at 4:30 in the morning on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, and
We should just fight it, though. We
I
should
got
just
to the
fight it. Why are we
store
changing it up? Just fight it,
somehow,
Jared.
some way,
Fucking
a
fuck.
couple minutes before our manager, who has the keys, and I pull up and there's just like a bunch of flashing lights, like yellow lights coming from inside of the building, and the metal door that goes to the back of the store where you would use it to go throw
Okay,
trash
hear me
out and get to the dumpsters was
Smoke.
like ajar. It was
Switching
open.
sides.
And there was an alarm
Smoke
going off,
market.
so I'm
I
like,
want you to
what the
cipher
fuck?
cage that.
And this is in like a town outside of the city, so
I
it's
want us
not
to
like there's
walk
a
into
bunch
that
of
market
people
smoke.
around. There's nobody around. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So I
And
got back in
someone
my
go
car,
behind one of
waited
us.
for the manager to show up,
I can go
and
be melee with
ultimately we get in
You
there
should relocate
after
it.
calling the police.
But make some pressure.
They
Sure.
come through,
Cage.
Yeah,
and
Make it seem like
somebody
smoke markers
broke
that way.
into the
We walk here,
store,
walk here.
went through the ceiling panels to get into the manager's office where the safe was, and tried to get the safe out of the office
You want me
there.
to flash you in a more
I don't think they ended up figuring it out, so it was just a bunch of
Sunday,
damage to the walls and shit, but
Cage top mid.
kind of seemed like an inside job, honestly, bro.
Spike wings.
It's like somebody must have knew about where it was kept and yada yada yada.
That's opping
It's
top.
open, yeah. That's whole
Your
market.
market's open.
Yeah,
I'm going
that sounded
right.
like a failed GTA mission, for real.
I'm smoking Bobo.
Blonde hair, yes sir.
Pick me on top of the.
Yes sir, brother. Welcome to the Flaccid Frontier.
Taking the jump
What's
up.
up, Zenny? I'm Bo Buck, the Flaccid Cuck. I mean Cowboy.
One.
And we could use you on the Flaccid
Sniper jet
Frontier,
spawn. Sniper
brother.
jet spawn. Boba.
I'm the Lone Ranger right now in the fight against ED.
Last guy's an
And
up.
we're
Last
looking
guy's
to
an up.
recruit. So grab your meat,
Good job,
stay soft, and
Leon.
let's get hard. Not physically, but mentally.
Switching sides.
Should we play retake A? Do you
No,
want?
no, no, I think we should
Favorite
fight it.
golf
I think we
course
should
in
fight
LA?
it. Our A fight
Ooh,
was good,
that's a tough
actually. I
one.
think I trolled with that.
Overtime.
Yeah.
I think I trolled with that. I mean, I don't know how it works if they fight back.
Favorite course in
but we can
LA?
try.
Okay, I'm gonna trip top mid. Close the door. Clove, you can start mid maybe, and help them.
Yeah.
Probably Hillcrest. It's a
I
private
feel
club.
like they're not stunning here, right? Like when we take it, they stun elbows. So what if we just
Place
walk
is
out?
just
and
immaculate.
Hold wide.
What do you mean?
They're not gonna just stun them. They're not gonna stun in the
Riv
middle,
was
like, on the
obviously
orb.
dope, but that was
I'm
like a
just gonna
once in a
4-5 with
lifetime
you
type
guys.
shit.
Okay.
Played Bel
I'm not
Air a
gonna close
couple
myself to
times.
cam, though, so they don't know I'm here.
Lakeside is dope too.
Breaking them.
It's tough. LA, like I gotta tell you the private courses, but I'm not a member anywhere. I wish I was.
It's neon. They broke my truck. Breach flash in the market. One.
You big into politics?
They stunned as well.
When I was younger, I certainly didn't care. I mean, I'd watch the debates just out of interest, but didn't really give a fuck. I certainly care more about it now that I'm older
Big and mid.
and
More tiles.
have more time to actually think about it and see how the
Nice.
country
2v3.
changes over
I'll
time.
be
And
two.
One tiles and one
Breach
up.
shot.
certainly don't make it my whole personality,
Listen,
but I
focus,
definitely
right?
have like
Spike planted.
thoughts and opinions for sure.
I think we.
Yeah, we gotta watch out for my dad, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, he might not go to bed, but we need him to go.
I'm stunned.
Smoker bomb in 3. Smoker bomb in 3. Wait.
Have you ever been to Seattle yet? Yeah, man. I've been to Seattle, Bellevue a couple times.
Take it.
What airport did you fly out when you lived in Chicago? We flew out of O'Hare for the most part when I was living at the Optic House, but the Midway Airport was closer to where I lived when I was growing up. that like a security password question? Did I
Oh,
just
you
give
need
you
to?
access to my
Switching
fucking
sides.
shit?
Match point.
You gonna dye the carpet to match the drapes? That would be insane.